Good morning and welcome to our lake house. I hope everybody's holding up. Today I wanted to talk to you about two things. I'll combine it together. One is your dog getting stressed because you're stressed because everything that's going on with this COVID-19 virus. And the second thing I want to talk about is rabies shots and shots that are needed for dogs. Do we still go to the vet? Okay, so let's go back to the first thing. If you don't know, I had to leave my home, which is around 2.5 hours away, because at the time my husband was still working and I have asthma, so I drove up to our lake house. We've had this house for 11 years. She's 11 years old. We normally only come here, I'm embarrassed to say, like 2 weeks out of the year, here and there, and she never has liked it here. She's an anxious dog. She hates driving here. She hates being here. She won't go for a walk. And every time we come here, she gets these poops that have mucus on them. And it happens sometimes at home too when there's an anxious situation. And I've talked to my vet about it for years. And it's always the conclusion that she has IBS, her colon is getting stressed because she's an anxious dog. I know she doesn't look anxious now because she's with her mommy. So what I've always done in the past is give her, when I come here, like 1 round of metronidazole. And what I mean by that is just 2 tablets, 12 hours apart. I put it in a homemade treat. She eats it and she's fine for the 2 weeks that we need to be here. But we've been here now, I don't know, close to 3 weeks, close to 3 weeks it'll be. And I've been doing the metronidazole and then stopping it. She's fine for 3 days. And then it's starting up again with this mucus poop. So I talked to the vet and I'm just gonna keep her on it once a day. I'm gonna try to get off of it in a month and see how she's doing, because I'm staying up here for at least 4 months. I might as well make this my home, my regular home, because it sounds like Dr. Fauci is saying we're going to get a second round of this maybe in the fall. This is just crazy. So anyway, what I noticed the past 2 days, in the morning, she's throwing up some yellow foamy stuff. Now, she sleeps with me. Both my dogs always sleep with me, or my other one did. Rest in peace, Snow. And she'll sleep with me until 10 o'clock in the morning. I never sleep that late, but sometimes a blue moon I do. But the past 2 mornings at 6 a.m., she's jumping off the bed. Thank God she's jumping off the bed. And she's throwing up not food, but this yellow foamy stuff. And I know from past experiences, this is acid building up in her. And that's why I've always advised everybody that before you go to bed, to give your dog a little treat. And by treat, I don't mean like a carrot or an apple. I mean a treat that has some kind of a substance to it that they could absorb. So I'll give her the treat, and then during the night, if she has any acid, it's absorbed in that treat. And I've always done that, and she doesn't get the yellow foamies. I mean, it's like literally once in a blue moon. Well, we've had 2 blue moons here in the past 2 days. And I don't want to be getting up at 6 in the morning. And I have carpet here at the house upstairs. So I called my vet, love my vet. And she said, yep, that's acid reflux. So give her Peptid AC, half. It's 10 milligrams. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm grateful that I brought my pill cutter with me. So before she goes to bed, when I give her one of my homemade treats, I'm gonna stick that sucker in there and put it in her mouth, hold her mouth up, and she's gonna eat that thing. I just don't know what it is about being here that she hates. But one thing, she does not want to go for a walk. And I've known for all these years that there are loose dogs here. And this morning, there were 2 huge dogs running down my street. She's not going for a walk, and the vet told me not to have her go for a walk. Don't add any stress to her. And she's smart. she's scared. She smells different smells here. You know, she goes and sniffs grass and she jumps, she jerks back. And I look, what is that? I don't know. Maybe there's a mole. I know we have moles here, and we have snakes here, but I mean, I'm looking that she's not going to be stepping in anything, but I'm getting a little stressed about talking about it. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that on. You know, I'm not a vet, but if you're seeing something different with your dog, dogs can feel what we feel, and they could be stressed by feeling that we're stressed. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is I just got an email this morning from my vet office. It says she's due for her rabies in May. And I got a little pissed off and I called and I was very nice, but I said, you know, I was just there in February for a well checkup. Everybody knows that she passed with flying colors. I said, why didn't you tell me then? I could have done the rabies shot, because I don't go to vets that much, you know, just for well checkups or dentals, because she never gets sick. I don't consider this being sick. I mean, she's anxious. We all know this. Anyway, I said, I'm calling to find out what the governor of Virginia is saying about animals that need to get their vaccinations, especially rabies, which is required by law. I said, because my car is due for inspection. Here in Virginia, you have to get your car inspected every year. They check the brakes, you know, they drive your car into this thing and they honk the horn and all this stuff and brakes and whatnot. But here in Virginia, the governor said that a policeman could not ticket you if you have not gotten your car inspected, because who's going to want to have somebody else driving their car? So that's good. But now I'm wondering, for dogs, I mean, I'm not going to just bring my dog in to get a rabies vaccine. I mean, I want to stay away from the office, okay? You know, and I'm not driving home 2.5 hours to get this done, and I don't want to go somewhere here to get it done. I mean, I know that she's fine. I mean, she gets it every 3 years. They give the same amount of rabies vaccine to a 12-pound dog that they do to a 50-pound dog. But I'm curious what the law is. And you know what? She didn't know. And it's a very interesting question. Hopefully we'll find out. Yeah, you're listening to the wind chimes. But you know, keep that in mind. If your dog is due for a rabies shot, do you want to go in? And even if they meet you at curbside, do you want somebody else touching your dog right now? I don't want anybody touching my dog but me. Anyway, I hope everybody is staying safe. I finally got the cable company this morning put in a line so I can have cable. And supposedly my deep freezer is arriving tomorrow from Lowe's. Don't tell my husband I ordered a deep freezer. And then maybe I could try to take one run to Costco or Wegmans and load up on food. My neighbor's been so nice and going for me. But, you know, there's certain things that I want to get myself or look around, but I may not even do that. This is getting really serious, people. And the next 2 or 3 weeks here in Virginia is going to get really bad. And please, stay home. That's the best thing we can do right now. Everybody stay home. If you have to grocery shop, do it once a week. And hopefully you've read that you don't bring everything in the house. You need to have a containment place outside where you wipe everything down and then bring it in. But the only way we're going to stop this enemy, because this is a war, is for us to all stay home. And God bless all the people in the medical field that are putting themselves at risk and their families at risk. And God bless, I'm not a religious person, but I feel like saying it, God bless all the grocery workers and and all the UPS and Amazon workers and everybody out there that is trying to keep our community going. And we'll get through this. We will. Anyway, stay safe, everybody.